welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you this beautiful, smoky, sexy makeup look using the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm also going to be showing you what I've been doing pretty much every single day that I want to wear a full face of makeup in the summer. So this is going to be a full face makeup look. I hope that you guys enjoy it, and if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I really want to start from scratch with this look because I am going to be showing you my whole makeup routine that I've been doing on a daily basis, except for the eye makeup. The eye makeup is totally new and it's going to be something I'm trying for the first time. So since I'm going to be doing a dramatic look with this palette, I'm going to start off with my eyes. That's not something that I normally ever do. I always do my face makeup first because then I feel more put together. But if there's going to be a ton of fallout, it's better to start with your eyes in my opinion, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So like most of my tutorials, I'm going to prime my eyes with my MAC Painterly paint pot. You guys need to see how empty this paint pot is. It's totally abused. I really need to get a new one, but it's still creamy and it still works, so I'm grateful for that. So I'm just going to prime both my eyes with this. You can use any eye primer that you want. This one for me has just always been the best for covering my veins and just covering up any discoloration that I have. I just prefer this because it's nice and thick and it really has good coverage. And then I just blend that out with my finger. Okay, next I'm going to take this shade right here, which is Raw Sienna, and I'm going to put this into my crease, and I'm going to use my Morphe M433 brush. Next, with that same brush, I'm going to take the shade Love Letter, which is this pretty magenta color, and I'm going to place this just below where I put that crease color. This is the shade that I'm just going to want to barely pop out from the smoky eye. So we're just going to have this little hint of magenta above and below this eye look. So for the smoked out portion of this eye look, I'm going to be taking the darkest color in the palette called Cypress Umber. It's kind of a deep brown color, and I'm going to take my Sigma E54 brush and I'm going to pack this all over my lid. And I'm just stopping patting this right below that crease color because I'm going to use that magenta to blend this color out. So after that lid color is placed, we're going to go back in with the M443 from Morphe and Love Letter, and I'm going to blend out that crease. And just be careful to leave a little bit of space between that crease color and your brow so that the look isn't too overwhelming. After that crease color is blended, I'm going to want to diffuse up near the brow to make sure that the magenta and the crease color is nice and blended up towards my brow. So I'm going to be going in with Golden Ochre, the shade right here. And I'm going to be blending out that magenta without really bringing it up any further. So I'm just going to place that color right here, and I'm not going to drag upwards. I'm just going to keep moving back and forth just to make sure that that area between the brow and the crease is nice and blended. So I'm going to be working with eyeshadow more once my face makeup is on, but I'm going to get my eyeliner done and then my eyebrows, then my face makeup, and then finish up the eye look. So for my eyeliner recently, I've been using the NYX Studio Liquid Liner. This is just a mini sample that came with a set. And I've been using this to create the wing, and then I've been going back in and filling everything in with my Jordana Fabuliner. We'll see how it goes though because my Jordana liner is starting to dry up, but that is the basic concept that I've been doing. So once I have that line drawn, I do the same thing on the other eye, and then I go back and fill both of them in. So next up, I forgot, I'm going to apply lashes, and these are the Ardell 601 lashes. These are kind of a hybrid between the 615s by Salon Perfect and the Siren and Bambi by House of Lashes. So if you can get your hands on these, I highly recommend them. And I'm just going to pop these on and be right back. So I briefly mentioned this in my last video, but I've been using this Ardell pencil. I don't really know what it's called. I picked it up a long time ago to use on someone else because I never fill in my brows. These right here are 100% natural brows, but my problem recently is I've been really noticing how uneven they are. And I prefer this brow. It has a higher arch and I like the thickness and everything. And then this brow is just like, nope. Just kind of straight. And so what I've been doing is giving it a little bit of an arch right here and just raising that, and then using some other products to kind of blend it and make it look real and not so noticeable. So the tip of this is like jacked up. I broke it and everything, so I really need to get a good brow product. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. I definitely will be looking into the Anastasia products, but I just want to know what you guys like best, and maybe I'll go pick that up, and maybe one day I'll have a brow routine, but this is what I've been doing recently. So I just kind of built my arch a little bit. That's literally all I do with this pencil, and it is broken, so it kind of like breaks apart as I'm doing it, and it kind of gives me like a hair fiber type effect, so I kind of just leave it like that and I don't mind it. Then I'm taking my brow brush from Beauty Junkies. It's their Pro Brow Brush, and I brush my natural hairs upward a little bit so that they kind of cover that little arch area. And then what I've been using to fill in my brows is the color Hot Chocolate out of the Anastasia Self-Made palette. And I just take this little angled brush and I very lightly tap this color over that arch to darken it up and make it match my brows. And then I take that same color and I fill in my scar on this eyebrow. And I know that's very, very minimal, but that is it. That's all that I do to my brows. So moving on to my face, this is what I've been doing when I want to wear makeup in the summer. If I have a no makeup day or I'm going to work, I will literally just put concealer where I need it and leave. But since this is a full face of makeup, I'll show you what I do when I want to have a full face. So for those of you who have been asking, my summer foundation is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi, and this is the liquid version. And this is in the shade W6 Sun Beige, and it's warm, and that just kind of matches my tan body in the summer. And what I do is I just directly squirt the product onto the butt of the Beauty Blender, and I just dab this all over my face. And I don't like super heavy foundations in the summer, so that's why I use this one. It does have good coverage, but it's not heavy and it's not cakey. And it covers up my freckles. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but I have been getting a lot of sun, and for me, with sun comes freckles, and they come out every summer and they're in the exact same spot. So I don't think it's like new sun damage because I've had them forever, but you just can't see them when I'm pale in the winter. I always wear SPF on my face. I don't always wear it on my body, so that could be part of the reason why my face is always lighter. And also, you are washing your face constantly and exfoliating, so it's just natural. So I like to drag this down onto my neck and just make sure that everything matches. I totally forgot my forehead. So that's really kind of a light coverage, and I don't really do a lot in the middle because that's where I'm going to be concealing. So that's it for foundation. So to start off my under eyes, I'm taking my NYX Dark Circle Concealer. This is in the shade Medium. This is kind of a orangey salmon toned concealer. And I'm taking my Luxie 211 brush. It's a pointed brush that fits perfectly underneath your eyes. And I just pick up a little bit of this concealer and I just place it in the corner of my eyes. This is where I get the most blue and the most kind of under eye bags, is right in the corner. So I just focus it in the corner and I let concealer take care of the rest of the eye. But this really gives you a brightened effect, so if you have any blue discoloration or eye bags, or you just want to look super awake, I highly recommend this concealer. So to blend this out, you could use the mini beauty blender if you want to, but I'm just going to squeeze the tip of my beauty blender and just kind of get in there and blend it out. But you want to make sure that you're dabbing and not dragging underneath the eye, because you want the product to stay right where you placed it. So for the rest of my under eye concealer and brightening of my face, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. And this is in the shade Light. This is too light for me right now, especially with a tan. But to highlight, I really like this because it's very lightweight and you can't really feel it once it's on. And I really like that for a summer makeup look. So what I've been doing lately, instead of using a ton of product and making a big triangle, I've been dotting a little circle underneath my eye like this. And then a couple dots down near my nose. And I do the same thing on the other eye. And this is just going to cover up my freckles and give me a little bit more brightness. And I'm going to do the same thing on my forehead. And I'm not trying to be tribal or anything. I'm just not trying to waste any of my concealer. And then the same thing on my chin. And then a little swipe down the center of my nose. And then I'm going to just blend it all out with my beauty blender. Okay, to set my under eyes and a couple areas of my face, I'm going to be taking my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Powder, and I'm going to be using my Morphe M438 brush. It's the perfect brush for setting with this kind of loose powder. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this. I'm not going to tap it off. I'm just going to let it be a little bit extra. And I'm just going to place this underneath my eyes. And I also like to get that little corner of the nose. I don't know if you guys suffer with, I'm going to call it greasy again, but it's not greasy, oily, I guess. The side of the nose, definitely set it. It helps a lot. And baking doesn't work on me. You might as well be just dooming my eyes to crease. Baking is just a no-no with my skin. I don't know why. I also like to tap this onto my chin because my chin does get oily. Anywhere where I want some extra mattifying. I always get shiny right between my eyes. I don't really mind it. It's just like the bridge of my nose and it kind of looks like highlight, but not today. And then you could totally choose not to set the rest of your face if you don't want to, but I will be going to work all night long, so I want my face to not look oily. So I'm going to be taking my OFRA Oil Control Pressed Powder, and I'm going to be taking my Real Techniques powder brush, I think it is, this brush right here, and I'm just going to tap it in here and tap it onto the rest of my face. Nothing too excessive. So moving on to contouring, I'm not huge on contouring in the summer. I'm more of a bronzing type of person. So what I've been doing lately is taking my little sample of the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and this is in medium deep. And I've just been taking my angled contour brush from ABH Cosmetics, tap it off, and then I kind of just bronze up the cheek area in the contour area, but not a sharp contour. And I am going to wear this to work, and I don't want to have a contour at work. I never really like to have an obvious contour. So next up, before I finish my face, I'm going to finish the eye makeup. I'm going to be taking the shade Love Letter, the magenta color again, and I'm going to be dragging this on the outer corner of my lower lash line. And this is just going to connect the eye look. It's really going to smoke out this whole look and make it look put together. And I really like doing this on the outer corner because it makes your eyes look so much bigger. Then to highlight my inner corner, I'm taking this nice pretty highlight shade called Vermeer, and I'm going to be putting this just onto the inner corner of my eye to make my eyes look even brighter. And this is a beautiful highlighting shade. And then I'm going to apply some of my mascara to my bottom lashes. Okay, so now that my eye look is complete, I'm going to move on to blush and highlight. I'm going to be using Milani Luminoso for my blush. It's a very pretty corally golden blush. And I'm using my Real Techniques blush brush for this. And I just like to smile and apply this to the apples of my cheeks. And this kind of does wear off during the day, so I like to put a lot of this on. For my highlight, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Glow Kit. This is the Sun Dipped Kit, and I'm going to be highlighting with Moonstone. For once, I actually don't want too extreme of a highlight, so I'm just going to be barely tapping my brush into this. And I'm using my Real Techniques setting brush for this. And I'm just going to be applying this at the very top of my cheekbones. Then I'm going to take my blush brush again, and I'm just going to blend that out because I don't want it to be too harsh. I really have been liking blending my bronzer, blush, and highlight all together just to make everything look nice and seamless. Then I'm going to be taking my Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlight, and I'm going to be highlighting my Cupid's bow and the tip of my nose. Some people don't like this, but I really do. For my lips, I'm going to be taking one of my favorite combinations ever. This is OFRA Bel Air liquid lipstick and then Kylie's Literally lip gloss. So I'm going to apply Bel Air first and let it dry. And this is the perfect nude shade for me. And I do have a code for OFRA Cosmetics. If you use Kendall 30, you'll get 30% off. I'm obsessed with their liquid lipsticks. And then right on top of Bel Air, I'm going to be taking Literally by Kylie. And that right there is the finished look. I love this look. I'm glad I tried something smoky with this palette. I'm in love with this palette. Anastasia did an amazing job. This palette is permanent, so if you guys are interested in it, it will always be there, thankfully. But I hope that you guys like this look. It's very, very beautiful and smoky. I love the magenta, cranberry type colors that are in this palette. And I absolutely love the brown and magenta mixture. So I hope that you guys like it too, and if you have this palette, you definitely should try it out. If you do, then go ahead and tag me in pictures so I can see your beautiful creations. So thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video and you like this makeup look, then give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I put out new videos every single week, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.